Hello, my name is Asher Feldman. I'm a 14-year-old developer from Houston, Texas, and this is my first hackathon. I built Celestial, and I'm here to demo it. Celestial is a platform for deploying and taking positions on futures contracts that are governed, maintained, and most importantly, settled by a DAO. This is where I'm going to deploy a new instance of a futures contract, along with an order book on which it may be traded. Usually this would be done through the DAO, and the DAO would agree or disagree to maintain the smart contracts. The smart contracts are deployed as upgradable, so the DAO has the ability to upgrade it as it sees fit. The first argument is the address of the stablecoin we want to use as a collateral. The next is the price at which the new token will initially be minted. The next is the name and the price of the new token. I'm overriding this just for the demo. Usually the DAO would deploy. And the description on the DAO is really important because that determines the underlying asset and in turn the price and how it's maintained. So here I'm going to make my own vault. We can see that the index is 0. This is how we access our vault. And here I'm going to mint some tokens to use as collateral for my vault. And then I'm going to supply some of those tokens to my vault. And then when I borrow, it's important that I don't exceed a debt to collateral ratio of 4 to 5. Although this ratio may be changed, has the DAO sees fit. So if the price rises enough, then you are eligible to be liquidated when you violate that ratio. Okay, so now we can see that collateral 98.5, that is 70 because there was a fee taken, so it's not 100. So now if I close the vault, we will see that the details are all the default values. Now, when it comes to settlement, the DAO is responsible. It can call functions that set the settlement price and the settlement date. Once that date is reached, the price at which the futures contracts are interacted with will settle to that settlement price. You can no longer interact with your vault, but you can redeem your short and or long positions. These functions let you take advantage of the positions you have taken in the futures contract and order book. I will mint some more futures tokens to trade with on the order book before I demo that. So the order book is what determines the price for the futures contract. And we can see that an order book has already been deployed here because that function had deployed a futures contract along with an order book to interact with. Now let's place a limit buy for 2 at a price of 10 each. And then I will place a market sell just to demonstrate that this works, with a minimum price being below or equal to that buy. So now if we check out ID1, we can see that amount is 1, price is 10 versus that amount 2. So you can also place limit sells or market buys, and you can also delete your buys or delete your sells. The governance system is derived from Compound's governance system with a few minor tweaks and changes. We can see all the governance token and DAO functions over here. This is where you can make proposals, vote on them, and execute them. You can see the function where you would propose for a new futures contract and order book to be made if this were in production. Discussing the applications of this, due to the fact that these futures contracts rely on a DAO for settlement rather than a fixed data source, means that we can have futures contracts on very esoteric underlying assets such as Moonland, as you can see in the introduction. This sounds ridiculous, but this is one of many applications that Celestial opens up. The limits of this project are up to the imagination. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you later.